Hello, Omi here, back with a new game development video for my game Stories from the Tabletop. In this video I'm going to cover all the different gameplay modes that will be in the game and my plans to release a playable demo and a proper release of the game. In all game modes I'm about to go over, the core gameplay loop stays consistent. That means the basic mechanics of how you move, interact and progress will feel familiar no matter what game you're playing. But each mode adds its own layers of rules, objectives or twists that can change the approach that you take. Think of it like building off the same foundation but with different set of tools or goals depending on the mode. This helps keep things fresh without making you relearn the whole game each time. Now, as for the game modes themselves, you'll find all the familiar ones in here like Team Deathmatch. That one's exactly as you'd expect, where two sides go at it until one team's units are completely wiped out. Simple and fast paced, and it's all about outplaying your opponent with good tactics and teamwork. But before any match actually begins, the first thing you'll need to do is create your characters. This isn't just about picking its look, but also about building your squad with different strengths and playstyles in mind. Who you bring into the match will have a big impact depending on the mode that you're about to play. There's already a wide range of units in the game, everything from Vikings and medieval knights to Templars and Halflings, with plenty more already in the works. These aren't just cosmetic choices as well. Each type can bring its own flavour to the battlefield, but ultimately it's up to you how you use them. Whether you want to build a serious, lore-heavy faction and throw together a wild mix of units for a chaotic clash, you have the freedom to shape the characters and stories however you want. And once your units are created, you're ready to make your first game. The next step is choosing where you want the match to take place. This happens on the overworld map, which acts as a sort of hub for picking your location. Each region on the map represents a different environment or scenario, and depending on where you go, it might come with its own set of challenges or modifiers. For example, you might drop into a dense forest where trees conceal your units, making ambushes a real threat, or a real opportunity depending on how you play. Other areas might force you to get creative, like an urban setting where you have to burn down buildings just to reach the enemy's position. Then there's a desert environment where a sudden sandstorm can roll in and hide units from view, completely shifting how you move and plan your attacks. Each environment adds its own tactical layer, so where you choose the fight isn't just cosmetic and it can totally change the feel of the match. You'll have full control over many aspects of the gameplay. Not only will you be able to adjust the size and settings of the battlefield to suit your playstyle, but you'll also decide exactly where the units are placed when the battle begins. Whether you want them spread out across the map or concentrated in one specific area, the choice is yours. This gives you the freedom to craft your mission right from the start and change it to any different scenarios that you want. Now that you've created your individual missions, you can create a series of connected missions to tell your story. It's completely up to you how the story unfolds. You might start with a small skirmish, slowly building tension throughout tougher encounters, and eventually lead it all into a massive final battle where your hero faces off against the main enemy. Each mission acts like a chapter, and it's up to you to tie them together using the overworld map. This not only gives you a way to plan the battles, but also lets you write your own story along the way, choosing which paths to take, who the characters become, and how their journey ends. You'll be able to create paths depending on whether the player who is playing your story wins or loses a match, and perhaps if they lose one important mission, it changes the direction of the entire story, and this is up to you as the writer to tell. But of course, if every mission was just a variation of Team Deathmatch, things would get very repetitive very fast. That's why you'll have access to a set of tools that will let you build different types of objectives into your mission. Maybe one mission is about finding hidden items before the enemy does, another could be an escort mission where you need to get the hero safely to the edge of the board, or protect a caravan of goods moving across the desert. Another could be that you are tasked with defending a village from an invading force, or maybe you're racing to reach a beacon to call in reinforcements, and if you don't make it in time, the rest of the battle becomes a lot harder to win. You've got full control over all this. Whether you're building a tactical puzzle or a cinematic showdown, you decide how each mission plays out. That all covers the one-off mission style gameplay, but there's also clan mode, which takes things in a different direction. Instead of creating a fresh set of units for each mission, you'll stick with a single clan and guide them through the full campaign. This mode leans more into an RPG territory, where you'll upgrade your characters, buy them new weapons, and make choices that affect how they grow. You can also recruit new units along the way to strengthen your team for future battles, and use the experience point gained in the missions to upgrade your characters. It's all about long-term strategy, building a clan that can survive across multiple missions and adapt to whatever the game throws at them. Clan mode also extends beyond individual missions into a larger overworld battle system. Here, the map becomes much more than just a backdrop, and it turns into a living strategy game. Each team controls different regions, and you'll move your clan across the adjacent tiles to expand your territory. When two armies meet on a tile, that's when the action begins and a battle will play out using the upgraded units you've been developing. Every decision prepares your clan between the encounters, and it adds a big picture layer to the game, where smart planning is just as important as winning in combat. The final game mode I want to highlight is the Endless Horde mode. In this mode, you'll start with a low level clan and face wave after wave of increasingly difficult enemies. Each wave brings with its own challenges, and sometimes you'll even have optional missions to complete, like rushing to gather resources to help with survival or calling in reinforcements to boost your chances. For example, in this demonstration, I'm showing a group of knights defending a village from a horde of zombies. Between each round, you'll have the chance to level up your clan, upgrade their gear, and prepare for the even tougher waves ahead. It's a true test of endurance and strategy, where survival will be the ultimate goal. That's a quick overview of the main game mode so far, but this is really just the beginning. I've got plans to add even more ways to play, and I'm always open to new ideas. If you've got a good game mode or mechanic you'd love to see, please leave it in the comments and I'll be reading through and doing my best to bring the best suggestions into the game. I'm getting really close to a point where I can start releasing parts of the game to the public. My plan is to put out a demo that isolates a few of the game modes that I've talked about today, so you can get a taste of what's to come. Unfortunately, I'll need to lock off some of the elements at first as I continue testing and refining the game. This is all about seeing what works and what doesn't, and making sure the experience is as smooth as possible. The demo will feature a short story to play through, along with the Endless Horde mode, so you can jump right into the action. As I get more feedback and continue developing, I'll unlock more of the content and improve what's already in the game. I don't have a strict deadline yet, but I'm definitely working hard to get everything ready. As soon as I have a better idea of when things will be ready for launch, I'll make sure to keep everybody posted with updates. Your feedback will be a huge part of shaping the game, so stay tuned for more information as development moves forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep sharing updates as development moves forward.